What's up, everybody? I'm the Mana Dork. I don't have a catchphrase, but what I do have is another one of our end of season decks. The dragons are drawing close, so we're going to wrap up Aether Drift with revisiting a couple of the decks that we played earlier in the season and doing full-fledged versions of them. Today we are doing an Aristocrats build. We'll start with the non-creatures. Raise the past. That's it. All we need is to get our guys back. We don't need removal. We don't need anything else. Just raise the past and all these guys. You got 4 Nesting Bot, 2 Gas Guzzler, 2 Infestation Sage, 2 Snarling Gorehound, 4 Vengeful Bloodwitch, 3 Amalia, 3 Bartolomé, 3 Elas, 4 Zahur, 4 Embalmed Ascendant, and 3 Enduring Innocence. We got 4 Plains, 4 Swamps, 4 Bleachbone Verge, 4 Caves of Koilos, 4 Concealed Courtyard, and 2 Shadowy Backstreet for lands. And just to run over the basics of the deck for anyone who's not familiar with it, we've got all these creatures that give us a second body. We've got Nesting Bot, Infestation Sage, Embalmed Ascendant. All give us 2 bodies for 1. We're going to try and get those into play. And then follow them up with Elas, Vengeful Bloodwitch, and if we get to max speed, the Ascendant again. And those are all going to give us the ability to drain the opponent for 1 whenever one of our creatures die. And then we'll either just run them into combat or use Bartolomé and or Zahur and or Gas Guzzler to sacrifice them, drain the opponent, gain life back, and there you go. So that's the deck. I'm going to go find an opponent. That'll give you a chance to find a like and subscribe, and I'll see you over there. We can keep this one. Yes, we will take a point from the caves. Vacuum. If you must. All right. Yes, we'll take a point from the caves. Point from the caves. Deck. They are contemplating. There's a black source that doesn't hurt. Let's make an Ascendant. We'll get rid of Elas, but that's alright. We've got a backup one in our hand. Get our speed up to 2. We got to keep an eye on this vacuum. We don't want them to be able to use our own combo on us. Cut down that one. So be it. Eat it right away. Anoint that guy. All right. You. Yes, we'll take a point from the cave. We'll get that trigger right away. And get an extra land. In for 2. I could read a book while I'm waiting on this. Alright, they go for the throat. They pay the 3. They lose another life. We accept this exchange. Exile that. Look who came to visit. And another black source that doesn't hurt so much. We're going to leave that where it is. Liliana.
A fight? And you think you can win?
Everybody discard.
Don't overthink things.
And they give it up because we've got more than their life total ready to swing next turn. We can keep this one. Yes, I'd like that swamp. Let's start those engines. Get in for 3, although they will probably block. Make an Innocence. And as long as that Haywire's there, we're going to do our best not to sacrifice it. If they use the Haywire on it, that's fine. And then it'll become an enchantment. Lumbering World Wagon. It finds a forest, because that's where lumber comes from. And that's my joke. Elas. Draw a card. Amalia. Gain a life. Put you in the graveyard. Send everything. We're going to keep you. Deals damage. Alright, let's think about this for a sec. If we let that resolve, this comes over here, and then they just blow it up. So we're going to sack it to Zahur. Get a couple triggers. And then if they want to blow it up, they can. I won't stop them. Alright, they blow it up. And keep you where you are. Boop, boop, boop. Make this thing. Get some triggers. We'll sack you. because that's going to drain him for a pair and give us an extra body. Leave that there because it's not going to matter. And then during the well, I didn't click the stop, but in response to the first thing they do, we'll sack a token again and get those last 2 points. There we go. We can live with this. Start with the Sage. We got the Vermin. They're giving us a good game already. I'm not sure why or how, but okay. Overlord. We had an Overlord in 3 lands, it looked like. Yes. Swinging with just you. Pass it back. There's the Maverick. And we're going to go ahead and sack this. So we've got a flyer to get through for a point, as well as hopefully surveil. And we got to send that away. We need to draw lands. Well, that's the land. I should have asked for an untapped one, but it'll be all right. Drop a Gorehound and then a Guzzler. So we get the Surveil trigger. She goes downstairs. I got a dog that snores. Alright. Sacrifice this in response. You go downstairs, young lady. Drop this thing. We will send everybody. Probably should not have sent Elas, but we'll see what happens. All right. Alright, now they're getting their big guys together. Make this guy. Fly over for one. Pass it back. Analyst. right. We got a couple guys down there. Honest Rutstein. Did not expect to see you today. You're a good dude, though. You're a very good card. You've been in many a budget build for me. Alright. We get our fourth land. We don't, but that's okay. So I think we've got the tools to win. Sack that thing. Need a couple triggers. There's a fourth land. Sure thing. We got that guy. And you got an Overlord. Don't think you have anybody with reach. So if we drain for 2 during the end step, 2 more during art. Oh, they got a flyer. That makes things a little trickier. They say good game, because yes, they are at 4. And we'll drain them for 2 and then drain them for 2. And so they, I guess, took a point when I wasn't looking off of the Llanowar Wastes. Yeah, we can live with this. This looks rather nice. As soon as our opponent shows up, we'll get into doing the things. Authority. That tends to be a little tricky for us. But not insurmountable. Angel. That's Giada. Send with just you. We gain a couple points, but so do we. We also have the Bloodwitch. We'll put you downstairs. With you. Send not everybody, just these 2. You got it. Pass it back. And they swing in for 2. a Dawnbringer. Alright, we've got our work cut out for us. That just might help. I'm not going to do the math ahead of time. Four. Maybe another 4. And then that'll be 4 and 3 and 2. So I think we got to hold off, cross our fingers. This is, she's got lifelink and other angels have lifelink. All right. So that's going to be them gaining at least 9 this turn. And an exemplar for them. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to quite catch them. Eight, 6. But I don't think they're in a position where they can kill us this turn. So let's see what happens. So they're playing our deck, but with angels, I guess. Blocks. Nine and 3, and they get an extra card, so that puts us at 5. And them at 39. And that's not going to help. Could not outrace that lifelink. It's a little bit slow, but it's definitely keepable. Yeah, no first turn white for that guy, but it'll be all right. Make an Elas. Pick up our Elas. Play an Elas. Interfere with it. Alright, nesting bot it is. Zahur. Gets a 3 steps. Make a Bloodwitch. Get in for 1. Get in for one. No, we're going to hold off on that, I think. Yeah, then that way we can play around Phantom Interference. They got their flow on. I'm going to draw 5 and discard a couple. No need for Spell Pierce or Negate. I agree. Moment of truth. They go looking. What do you find? Eddie Merc. Now, I got to think on this for a second. Yes, we still attack. Make a couple bodies. Make that guy. Sack one of those. Get a couple triggers. Get an extra friend. Get a card. Sleight of hand. Alright, we'll step in with that guy. No, we don't bother. We're at 22 and we're going to be gaining life. Let's try for a second one of those. That gets the 3 steps. See what happens before combat. More crab. Who gets tapped? Those two? Understood. Send everything. Cast you. Sack you. Couple more triggers, another blocker, and another card in our hand. Actually, we'll hold off. We'll do that during their turn. Copy and a crab. And they don't like where they're at. That's the deck. Very happy with it. During testing, we were winning about 65% of our matches. But during the recording of this video, we wound up with a 7-1 record. Which I had faith in the deck, but I was not expecting that huge of a result. The thing that impressed me the most is that we weren't reliant on Raise the Past. It certainly won some games, but we were able to do a lot of our work and close out a lot of matches just with our creatures and the life gain triggers without having to do the big finish. So if you're still here, thanks for making it to the end of the video. I appreciate you taking the time to hang out and watch me play some games. Feel free to leave a comment if you like what you saw or if there's anything you'd like to see me do differently. Don't forget to like the subscribe and button the smash, or whatever it is you do to show that you appreciate the video. Thanks again for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next one.